Good morning, good morning. Mike here with Doorstep Diaries, episode 3. Episode 3. So you can see I always get up early for the most part and do this. You almost always see me. We're going to have time change. It's the end of October right now, 2025, and we will have time change, I think, in the next week or two. So I'll have light in the morning so you can see me a little better. But I started early today, 5:50. I normally start at 6, but didn't need to get gas, and got my shower and everything set to go. And so, one thing you may have noticed, I can't even show it to you now, it's too dark, but maybe in the first couple episodes, is that I have a cracked windshield. And today, this afternoon, I get it replaced. So I'm super excited about that. It's not exactly in my view, but like when I film and stuff, it's kind of in your view. So you may have noticed it in the first couple episodes, but if you haven't already, please subscribe. This is a brand new channel. I have other channels, but this one, I really want to get going. It's something interesting. I've been doing this DoorDash for probably 3 to 4 years. And I looked recently. I'm trying to think of my stats. I'll put them up on the screen here. I want to say I've done over 10,000 deliveries, like 10,100 and something. And I think I made over 3 or 4 years just doing it part-time on the side, like something like $87,000 and something dollars. That's pretty crazy. Divide that over 4 years, that's still pretty good. And you get to work for yourself. Some of the negatives they don't talk about, the negatives are that you put a lot of miles on your car, a lot of wear and tear, and you get to the oil changes and tires and brakes much faster than normal. Part of this channel, I told you, will be to show you how this all works, the positives, the negatives, and then just if you're, just what you do deal with on an everyday basis, whether we have really good days and you make lots of money, and really good money days are judged as good, but sometimes it's just, you have crummy days. I think episode 2, it was a okay money day, but it was like nothing but traffic and construction all day, just bad traffic, construction. And you have some days, and it's really predicated on where the app takes you. I live in Southern California near the beach. It's a very busy place. People are commuting to work. And we have a couple main thoroughfares that are like not really shortcuts, but they're the quickest way to get over to the 5 freeway. And they've been doing construction on a couple of them, and it's a nightmare because you'll have about 3 lanes going each way, and they've got it refined down. They're repaving and redoing them, and so they got it down to when there's 3 lanes in the morning, it's craziness. But imagine when it goes down to 1, and it's 1 lane all for about, I don't know, it's only like a half a mile, but it pinches off the artery of this road and screws up everything. And every day doing this, I go down it a couple times, but the other day I just kept going. I kept getting orders back and forth all day, and it's driving me nuts because you can't go anywhere. And as I said in episode 1, that this is time is money. So the longer you spend wasting time waiting for food at a restaurant, and the longer you spend time in traffic and that kind of stuff, the less money you make because you can't get more orders. So anyway, so we'll see how today goes. Today happens to be a Thursday. I personally don't tell you the date, but I tell you it's end of October. It's Thursday. I've told you middle of the weeks are slower, but it's kind of, it's not consistent. But generally Wednesday's the worst day, which was yesterday, and I had an okay day, but I had to drive a little longer to make my minimum money. And actually, I take it back. Yesterday was Wednesday. I worked. The day before was Tuesday, and that's when it was slow. But anyway, so let's see what happens today. I'm looking forward to it. And just come along. It's 6:07 in the morning. There's generally a little slow. You'll get some coffee shops, bagels, and maybe a breakfast place, but mostly just coffee shops and bagels. And then as it gets later in the morning, everything else opens. All right, let's do this. Morning. So doing this, that's a perfect example of some days. I started extra early at 5:50 in the morning, so 10 minutes before 6, and I sat around and 30, 40 minutes and finally got an order, and it wasn't particularly close, so it took a while to get here. Yeah, so, an hour and 10 minutes, and now it's a little 7:01 or something like that, and I've made 10.75, so it's kind of weird, you sit there, you get up early, sometimes you get orders, and sometimes you sit there for the whole hour. You got up early. There's some mornings I sit there in the dark thinking, why in the heck didn't I just sleep in? But, it's you roll the dice. That's part of this. Some days, it can start out slow like this and get really busy. Hopefully that's what we have today. And some days it's just kind of stagnant. So I told you, kind of Wednesday's the slowest day, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday are kind of the slowest, and then usually Friday through Monday are pretty good. But yeah, we'll see what happens here. I've got a lot of editing and things to do anyway, and so I'll do that. Oh, hey.
Oh, hi.
I just have to take a picture of it real quick, if you don't mind. Okay, let me see here. All right, guys, this has become a really, really rough, unprofitable day. I normally was going to show you the time of day and the price or the cost or what I've made so far. And the lady came out. I couldn't even get to the door. She came out and I handed it to her. So there's nothing I could do. I usually take a picture of it on the doorstep. But I'm at $59.90 and it's 10:55. So at 9, so 2 hours ago I want to get 60. I'm 10 cents short of 60 2 hours later. I should already be in the $80 to $90 range right now, and I'm at 60. So not looking very good. I've got to quit, not early, but I've got to quit about 12:15 to get over to a shopping center where I'm going to meet unfortunately, the replacement windshield person is to give you a window like the cable guy. I'm like, I can't get an appointment. They're like, no, between 1 and 3. So I said, okay, well, meet me at a Starbucks, and then you can use the parking lot. So that's what we're doing. So I'm going to go to Starbucks about 1 o'clock and sit there and wait. They probably won't even get there till 2 or 3, which is how it always works. But anyway, yeah, so, actually, I don't know which way to go here. But, yeah, so that's how my day's going. I'm hoping to get a couple more orders. It's 11. I do have an errand or two to run, though, so I may just go do them since it's dead. And if I pick up an order, that's what I just did here. I was going to a store to pick something up, and I got an order, so I took the order. But, yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of don't know what's going on today. It's a perfect, beautiful day. People everywhere, and there's just no orders. And when there are orders, they're crappy ones. So that's just how it goes. It's part of the deal. And some days there's no way to explain it. It's all really, really good. But anyway, I think I'm lost in the neighborhood, so I'm going to go for now. But yeah, so it's just before 11, and we have $59.90. Alright guys, I have a double order for my last order of the day, and I think I might make my $100. I think I will. One of them is flowers to somebody as a surprise, and I think there's a big tip in there, so that's good. I have to drive a decent amount. I was doing the math because I need to get around 1 o'clock to the coffee place, and this is a lot of driving, so just hoping I can get there in time. Once I get done with these 2 orders, I will be about 15 minutes away from where I'm supposed to meet them, and they gave me a window of 1 to 3:30, so I'm just betting on they won't be 1 o'clock. They never come at the first part of the window unless you're running late, then they always come. But you can do 30 of these things, they'll never come at 1, but I guarantee you they probably will today. But they're supposed to call me about 20 minutes ahead, so I'll have a 20 minutes head start. And if I'm not 20 minutes away, I'll let them give them a heads up that it's going to be a couple extra minutes. But so anyway, that's what our plan is. We've got about 9 point something miles to deliver this one, and then there's another delivery I have of a fish tank from PetSmart. So that'll be our deliveries for today, and we'll be done. And then I'll do a tally when we get to the end. All right, guys, that about does it. It is 1:06. I'm supposed to be meeting these guys at a Starbucks at 1 o'clock, but they just called me and said they're going to be at 1:30. I said, perfect, because I'm going to be there at 1:30. I don't know if you can see, there's a little bit of traffic right here. Man, my phone keeps moving. But, yeah, it was a good day. It was very frustrating. I made nothing, and I got a couple orders, and then I got a double order there, and it was actually frustrating because it was about 12 miles out of the wrong way that I needed to go up at the top of that mountaintop. This is the worst order to have when you're trying to get somewhere else because there was nowhere to leave. It took 10, 12 minutes to go up into this very, very wealthy neighborhood in Rancho Santa Fe, and then I had to go all the way back out just to get back on the main road. You can't just drop off and go to the next thing. You have to drive all the way back 12 minutes. So yeah, I wasted a lot of time there. And then I went so I got that one done. And then I had another like 12 miles to deliver that fish tank. And it was not towards where I need to go, but kind of parallel, so that's good. It wasn't the wrong way, but I normally don't take those, but it's been dead. I got almost $33 out of those 2 orders, and it put me at 105.75, so I got my minimum of 100. I would easily get, more than I'd have a pretty good day going if I would have kept going, but I have to go do this and get a new windshield. And of course, in the middle of the day at 1:06, there's bad traffic, and that is the one thing I hate living here. And it seems like it's nonstop, even when there's not car accidents. But if God forbid you ever get a car accident. So yeah, that's like a normal day. I mean, it was slow and crappy and not very good. And then I had a dead period in there where I had an hour in the morning where I had nothing, and then in the middle of the morning I had about almost an hour of nothing, and still got to 100. So that's good, And I have time to go get my appointment done and get my new windshield. So you'll be happy because in the future I won't be filming through the glass, through that crack that's in the way. So that'll be great, and it'll be safer to drive with that too. So it'll be nice to have that done today. And until the next time, we'll see you on episode 4 on the next one. Bye.